Hello, all. My name is Amrayab. I'm an academic editor at Plus One Journal. I'm a medical researcher and have more than 50 publications in high impact factor journals. In this video, we will provide you with the NHANES Database guide. The NHANES Database refers to National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, which is a US database that recruits around 10,000 participants every 2 years. If you go to through the enhanced website, you will find that there are many surveys before 1999. Okay, those surveys are old, and the reviewer will comment why you are using an old data. Therefore, I don't recommend you to use those surveys. I usually begin with 1999 till 2018. Why? Because there is an interruption of the newest surveys due to COVID-19 pandemic, and the 2021 2023 are not yet complete. So we will begin with an example of NHANES 2017 and 2018. You will find different data. Okay, we will begin with demographic data. If you open the demographic data, you will have two links, one for doc file, one for data file. If you press in the data file, you will download the demographic data of this 2 year survey. However, if you press on the doc file, like we will press here, you will find the data about each question and each answer and the answer code. We will begin with respondent sequence number. This is a unique number of each participant. Each participant had a unique sequence number. Let us say if the sequence participant is respondent sequence number of participant 1 will be 1. However, this is unique for every participant for all the enhanced surveys. No participant is a duplicate participant, so you can combine every 2 year surveys with another surveys. This is a common issue. Let us take an example for race and Hispanic origin. Okay, Mexican American will be coded in your data as 1, other Hispanic will be coded as 2. This is a count of all Mexican American in the survey. However, you may find a row called missing. If we go here, this is 0 missing, which means all participants answered the race question. However, if we go to another variable such as served active duty in the US Armed Force, you will find that 3,250 patients have missing data. That means that they didn't answer the question. They left the question empty. Okay, 2 refused to give an answer for this, and 1 answered don't know. In the demographic data, there are two important variables. You should not delete or take full consideration for it, which is full sample 2 year interview weight and full sample 2 year make exam weight. We will describe the importance of those two variables after nearly 10 minutes from now. Okay, we finish demographic. We will open the dietary data. If you want to perform your study about any dietary content, so this data is very important for you. You may include first day data, second day data, total nutrient intake, first day, total nutrient intake, second day. You can open any one to know which data you want. If you want energy, if you want protein, if you want carbohydrates, etc. If you want to make your study about examination data, this is important. because some examination data may not be presented in other database. So this database is publicly available, and you have different examination survey. Please note that at least 90% of all 2 year survey have common questions. However, every 2 years there may be an added question or a deleted question. So you have to open all the 2 year surveys to know which question was deleted or added, because this is important for your study. You may do your study about laboratory data. There are many data for laboratory examinations, such as albumin creatinine ratio, arsenic, cholesterol, chromium, ferritin, Folsom questionnaire, folate, etc. The one I love, which is the questionnaire data. You have many data for many diseases and also many data for public health issues, like as alcohol use, blood pressure. You will find here hypertension data. You have cardiovascular health. You have consumer behavior. You have dermatology question. There is a file called medical condition, at which you will find many diseases here, such as cancer, asthma, heart failure, myocardial infarction, stroke, etc. For limited access data, this is a special data which you need a special access. I don't recommend it because not all of us will use this data. Okay, so we will deal with the four data: dietary data, examination data, laboratory data, questionnaire data. 100% you will need the demographic data at each study, at each idea you will perform. So how to extract the data? If your study title will be diabetes and stroke prevalence, so you will download three types of data. Okay, we will need the demographic data file. You will download it, and you will download diabetes data from the questionnaire data. From here you will press on this, and the stroke data you will find it in the medical condition data. I downloaded it here, so you will need to merge the three files to make one file through the sequence number. I usually use R for this merge. However, you can do it via another software. Library or CMDR. Why you will need the merge? Each file is presented with its variables, like this: demographic data, sequence number, question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. Diabetes data, sequence number 14, etc. You need to merge the three files to make each participant data in one row. The only variable that is shared among all the data in the enhanced files is the sequence number. So you will merge the data via sequence number to make each participant data in one row, like this. This is an example. However, this will not be the final file. I am showing this for you to understand my speech. Okay. Yes. We will import all the files from here. Let's begin with this demographic files. Name it D1. Okay. Data, import data. The IQ files. Name it D2. Okay. Data, import data. Let's medical condition data. Let's name it for D3. Okay. If you want to merge using R, you will use this code: merge data D1 and D2. If you have more than two data for merging, you need to merge two data at one time. Okay, you cannot merge more than two data files in one time. So we'll merge two files into one, then the third one with the merged data of two data files. So we'll merge here D1 and D2 by sequence number. We need to submit. Okay, then we will make F2 merge the already merged F1 and D3. Click submit. Let's see the data was merged. Okay, original menu, data, active data set, export. Okay, okay. We will open the data from here. Open all files. Let's locate our data. F2. We choose delimited. Next space tab. Unclick this. Then finish. If you use my way, you will find that the data will be shifted into left for one column. Sequence number here, this is incorrect. Sequence number should be column B, which is 93,000. Okay, so we'll make cut here and shift the data into one column to the right, like this. This column is generated by Excel. You will need to take attention for it. So we'll delete this entire column. So your data is okay here. You want to do cleaning. There are two steps for cleaning. If you want to do it manually, you can see the variables you want from here and delete the one you don't need. I don't like this for you to perform. I recommend you to screen each data and know which variable you want to consider and put them in one Word file. After you merge the data, remove the file you don't want directly. After you made cleaning for the data, you need to perform wait. Why you will do waiting for the data? This is an important issue for the statistics of this database. You will perform waiting so that your sample will be representative for the US population. This is a recommendation of the enhanced database waiting issue. How can I do that? As I said before, you will find the waiting data at the demographic. You will find the waiting variables at the demographic data. We'll scroll down here. There are two types of variables you will need for weighting the data, which is full sample to year interview weight, full sample to year make exam weight. You will use one of both of them. You will not use both of them in the same weighting. Which one I should consider? You have to read the recommendations of the weighting issue in the enhanced database. You will open tutorials, weighting, selecting the correct weight in the enhance. You will read this guideline well, because you will use one variable of the two that I have already shown for you. This is an important issue. If you don't know which variable you should use, ask a statistician for it, or anyone who has a general knowledge on the enhanced database. Let us move to the next step of the enhanced database. Is it easy to get a new idea from enhanced? Absolutely yes. It is not hard, and it is not easy as well. You have to take a detailed look at first for each variable and for each data, and know the variables presented in each data. You may find a new idea. Let us take a rapid look at the data. Let us take questionnaire data. I will open the medical condition data. I saw here that there is a variable about asthma. I may link it to doctor ever said you were overweight, so I may make my study about the association between asthma and overweight. In this step, you will have to open all the surveys to know the questions presented in each survey. As I said before, almost 90% of all the 2-year survey are common question. However, there may be a question may be deleted or added in each survey. So please consider this for your study. Okay, this is a hard way to get an idea. However, there is much easier way to make an idea from Hans. Okay, you find a study about association of iron deficiency and depressive symptoms among young adults and female. Okay, so take this from here. This is the link of the paper. Okay, the authors use the data from 2017 to 2020. You may combine different surveys from 1999 till 2020. This is an idea for you. You may use a different age than the authors use. They include young adults. You may include subjects above 60 years old. You may use a different inclusion exclusion criteria. You may include single young adults, males and females. You may include only married young adults, females and females. You may include subjects who have gone to the university, etc. How you will check your idea? You should not use the title as it is. Okay, if I want to perform a study about association between blood transfusion and cancer using NHANES Database, I should not enter the title as it is. Let us copy this. Copy. I usually use Google Scholar for searching for about my idea. This is an important step in your checking for your validity of your idea. You should not, as I said before, enter the title of your study for searching. This is wrong, wrong, wrong. You should enter. You should not. You should enter easy keywords for the Google Scholar so that it catches the papers you want. So you enter blood transfusion and cancer and enhance and click search. There is an important trick in Scholar you should know. Scholar usually present the keywords in your search. Even it is not presented in the title, it will show you here. If it presented in the if it is presented in the text, not in the title, you will find it here. You will find it here in the words with a black color under the title. So I find about a paper here, like my study. This is a study we did before. So I find a similar study for me to here. This study combined data from 1999 till 2016. So I should not be formed the same idea. I should include different inclusion or exclusion criteria. This is the only subject I can do. I cannot duplicate the same study from the same database. You are duplicating the same results. You will only change the intro and discussion and every submission you will provide or do, you will face rejection. So I don't recommend this. You have to change the inclusion and exclusion criteria, or change the aim if you study 100%. I will show the data about dermatology data so that you know that there are some questions were deleted or added at each 2-year survey. This is the data of 2005 and 2006 dermatology data. You will find here a data about psoriasis. However, if you open the data of 2015 or 2016, you will not find psoriasis here data. If you want to check that a certain disease or a certain data presented in the enhanced database, go to Google Scholar. You should not search. You should not search at every survey to know that the data is presented or not. Just open Google Scholar and type your diseases. I will search for melanoma and enhance. I want to check if there is a data about melanoma in the enhanced database. I will click enter. If I find a study that was performed before in enhance, so the melanoma data is usually presented in the enhanced database. There is an important note for you. You should know before you do the data merge, and you may surprised about it. You may find after the merge of your data, you may find there is no participant in your merged file. This is a common issue in NHANES. How this issue was revealed? If we take here an example of your study, if my study title that I showed you before about the association between diabetes and stroke, if I take the data of the 2017 and 2018, which include around 10,000 participants, some participants that answer to the diabetes data, that the total sample size of them was 2,000, didn't answer the same question about stroke, and vice versa. So the diabetes participant didn't answer the stroke questions or have missing data related to this, and the stroke the patient the participant who answered the stroke data didn't answer or have missing data related to diabetes. So you will not find a shared file from diabetes and stroke. So you will take all this sample without the green circle or the blue circle participant. So you will find the data missed for diabetes and stroke. This data is really awesome. You may have many outcomes, many ideas to perform. You have good sample size. However, there is an important issue you need to know. This is a cross-sectional data which has many limitations for the study design of the cross-sectional data. So you do not write firm conclusion for your study. I made a comparison about the DHS and enhanced databases. However, we will provide you with this comparison after we make the DHS guide. I made it in Arabic language in my channel. However, we will provide you with the DHS data guide in the next days, provided in English language. See you soon in next video.